Hello guys and welcome to round number 13 of FIDE Candidates 2026. So we know the winner, it's sindarov from Uzbekistan. He's gonna be challenging Lukash, but we still had the last round to look at. And let's take a look at two decisive games happened in the open section. Matthias Bluebaum was playing against Anish Giri. Matthias only lost to Fabi in this tournament, and now of course was looking to probably making another draw and securing more prize money. So d4, knight f6, c4 e6, knight f3, d5, knight c3, bishop b4, and we're going to Rogozin defense. Knight c6, e3, castle, bishop d2, takes bishop c4, bishop d6, knight g5, and generally this position is just equal. So queen goes to c2, h6, and now h4. The idea being is after takes, this knight cannot go anywhere due to checkmate on h7, so knight has to stay, and you don't really want to open h-file. So rook e8 is played first, and now a3, another brilliancy, because you don't allow knight to jump to b4. So b5, bishop a2, bishop b7, and now long castle. And long castle is unfortunately a mistake. The best move was knight c e4, and now after it takes, knight d6, c takes d6, h takes g5, knight d7, there's beautiful g5, but of course to calculate all of this, like, you gotta be like a genius. And basically after takes, you attack the knight, you threaten g6, you potentially want to play queen h7, and a lot of counterplays coming. But after castle, b4 comes with a tempo, and if you take, I mean, it's gonna be really tough. So d5 is played instead. So b4, d5, counterattacking, knight d4, it takes d4, b takes c3. Now d takes e6. So I guess what he didn't like here is maybe there is simple h takes g5, and after takes there is knight d5, and suddenly there is no danger whatsoever because knight blocks f6 square. And let's say queen h6, I mean, you can even take, and then bishop e3 is coming, potentially, I don't know, king d7, king c8, attacking g5, so it would be a lower. So d takes e6, but now this comes with check, takes, knight e6, queen c8, queen a5, bishop d5, blocking this thing. And now after takes, if takes, there's queen e6, and you're just simply up a piece, knight g7, queen d5, and that was basically white's best chance. Queen e6, takes, transpose into an endgame, rook f8, rook f6, and unfortunately here, rook f3 comes, king d1, and after rook g3, Matthias had to resign, and he finished the tournament on -2 score. He drew 12 games, lost 2 to Anish and Fabi. So yeah, I mean, he played kind of decent tournament. He didn't finish last. We'll actually take a look at the game where this kind of last place was decided. So let's take a look at the gameplay between Andrey Esipenko and Fabiano Caruana. Andrey is not having a successful events, I mean, not close to be there. He lost total of 5 games, -5. Yava here finished +6, Andrey finished -5, so it's just, yeah, terrible performance by him. But yeah, sometimes it's just tough to play against all the elite. So c5, Sicilian defense. Fabi is going to fight in the last round. Knight f6, knight f3, a6, king d3, g6, bishop g7, and now simple castle. What I liked about this game is how Fabi basically, I mean, just demolished, like bishop e6, dragon stuff, king d1, knight e5, and now babam. Basically, queen cannot take due to knight e4 and position. I mean, it can take, but it looks terrible. Like at some point, you take on g5, you play 5a4, it's going to be an extremely complicated position to defend. So b takes c3 is played instead, but now, I mean, you kind of created a weakness for yourself. Maybe Andrey should have taken on c3 with the queen, and then, okay, you defend the worst position, but at least not with this weakness on c3, because often, like, let's say bishop takes on c3, pawn goes a5, a4, it's gonna be just impossible to defend. Knight d7, rook d4, b5, g4, and now knight b6, potentially coming to a4, potentially coming to c4, maybe the second knight comes in, bishop c4, takes, king a1, a5, a4, bishop c1, knight d7, rook c8, and you can see all the pressure that is coming. The position is just lost. Takes h5, trying his last chances, a4 attack in the knight, takes, e5, knight e5, this knight is still under attack, and goes to a1, and I mean, without any second thought, you can tell that black are completely winning just because they're playing down the knight, and to get it back to the game, you have to play c4 at some point, opening b file, you'll have to play c3 to get knight to c2, or you have to sacrifice a bunch of material to get knight to b3. So queen c6, rook h3, knight f6, now knight attacks this, knight potentially goes to d5, knight potentially even goes to e4, so knight d5, rook f8, rook f3, and now king d7 attacking the rook, queen h1, queen f5, and this is just hopeless. Takes, king f7, king f6, queen f7, knight d7, everything is blocked up, rook f1, knight b6, and Andrey had to resign because rook e2 check unfortunately doesn't lead to anything. After king f5, this is not under attack, knight comes to c4, pawn goes to a3, king g4 is coming up next or something like this. But knight c4 checkmate is basically unstoppable, like you cannot do anything, the best thing is to sacrifice. So Fabi wins the last game of the event. Java here made the draw maybe in 15 or 10 minutes, like they just went straight to the end game, nobody wanted to play. So Andrey finished with 4.5, then we have Prague and Matthias, Ricardo 6.5, Wei 7, Fabi 7.5, Anish 8.5, Java here 10 points, and he's gonna be challenging Mr. Gukesh Damaraju later this year. You can let me know any thoughts you might have on this tournament. Meanwhile, quickly switch to women candidates, where Vaishali Rameshbabu, the sister of Prague, managed to win in the last round and clinch her spot in the match. Ibisara was very close to be on top, but unfortunately for her, like some of the games that she lost against Lagno and Divya Dashmok in the first part of the tournament kind of had a huge influence in them, but she had great chance. Like she won 3 games with white in the second half of the event and was very close. Like imagine if she would have won against Divya in the last round. Like this event was kind of more spectacular in terms of like intrigue in the end of the event because you didn't know the winner, and like it was tough to say who's gonna win the event. Like Anna Muzachuk had a fantastic tournament till the very end, and unfortunately for her, she lost some games and couldn't clinch the spot, but she was very close. So great event. We have Grand Chess Tour starting in May. We have a bunch of online tournaments that are going to happen. So let's see what's coming up next. A lot of super events are coming. So Magnus is going to be playing in the beginning of May. So a lot of things to look forward to. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow I'll be posting my first round recap of Canadian Close Chess Championship that I just played a few weeks ago. I hope you will be enjoying that one. See you soon. Bye-bye.